All right, welcome to another episode of MediaMites. We are down here in Lexington, Kentucky at the Lexington Comic and Toy Convention. And we have a very special guest today, Carlos Alazraqui. And he's going to talk a little bit about us today about his career and his, he wants to promote Off the Curb, which is can you tell us what it's about, Carlos?
Hi, Chris. Hi, Josh. Off the Curb is an all-improvised cartoon that was created maybe about 4 years ago based on a riff that John DiMaggio and I had doing El Tigre. And it kind of started with John DiMaggio going, man, let me tell you something, man. Frankenstein will whoop Dracula's ass. And I said, oh, hell no. Dracula bite him in the middle of the night while Frankenstein is sleeping. And we said, you know what? This is funny. Let's make a cartoon out of it. So we recruited Cedric Yarborough and Gary Anthony Williams and Fred Tatasciore and my friend Eric Bauza eventually. And I play Edilberto. I play a Filipino waiter because it's after a professor that I had at Sacramento State University. And they sit in front of my cafe and talk about stuff. And the first one was called Monster Talk. It was based on that original riff. And it's available on YouTube and also on my website, carlosalazraqui.com. And that's what Off the Curb is. It's all improvised. There's 5 episodes. And it's a show that is my passion project. I'm wanting to sell this show. While the show, you can watch the free beginnings of the show, like I said, on YouTube.
Great, that sounds good. Well, I definitely want to check it out myself, so we'll definitely promote that for you.
Yep.
How exactly did you get into voice acting?
I got into voice acting through stand-up comedy, but I think the origins started when I was a kid. My parents are both from South America. My dad was British educated, so no accent, but my mom was like, Carlitos, you have to learn to speak Spanish, no me digas. And then my best friend's parents, Kevin, they were from Glasgow, Scotland. So at an early age, I was imitating people and learning styles and dialects and how to move your face in order to make a sound, you know. And so that's the origins of that, of my voiceover careers. And then I just started imitating teachers and watching TV after school and cartoons. Captain Mitch in my day in the Bay Area was Captain Kangaroo when I was really young. And I just started, Fred Gwynn on the Lily dear, I won't. And so I just learned by watching TV and watching other people.
Is there anything, any advice you can offer to people that want to get into voice acting career maybe, or?
I think it's like make your own path. You can go the traditional route and make a reel and pay for that and send it off to agents. And taking classes in improv is great, doing stand-up comedy. But really it's creating your own content and putting it online. You know, these days you can hire a Flash animator, write your own stuff. Good morning, we're live, so we're
you can come on over.
No worries.
No, you're fine. Come on over. Yeah, sure.
This is all immersive. I'm Carlos. Nice to meet you.
I know who you are. You're Rocco.
Yes, I'm Rocco. See, and if you start voiceover, you can meet like incredible fans and say hello and say, hey, I like your work. We were talking about how I got into voiceover and what to do if you want to start. You know, I say.
Were you on VH1 like one of their shows?
I was on a Comedy Central special and some VH1
You said
stuff.
you were on
Reno 911.
You do? Is that what it is?
Well, see, Reno 911, this character actually led to a voiceover character, which was Fear in Dad's Head and Inside Out. The foot is down, the foot is down. Hey, Joe, get over here. I want to go get a donut. Same guy.
I love Inside Out. I cried like a baby.
Oh, good.
Rocco was like,
Yeah, Rocco is great. See, if you get into voiceover, you can create a character that people really like.
Yeah. So.
when I grew up and I was like, we didn't know, what is Rocco? Is he a dog?
He's a wallaby. He's got a pouch. He's a marsupial. He's like a kangaroo, but way cuter.
Yeah.
That's so cute.
Yeah.
He was so lovely to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you,
Yeah.
too.
Bye.
Thanks for stopping by. Nice to see
Yeah.
you again. Oh, yes. That's another voice I do, Mr. Crocker. There he is.
Yeah, I actually do. I'm actually into voice over myself, actually.
Yeah, you were doing Peter Griffin the other day, or Ted.
Yeah, I do both.
Well, that's great.
Really? Can we hear?
Yeah. How's it going? Name's Peter Griffin.
Dude, that's like awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, you want to hear my TED too? Hey there, pal. What's fucking happening right now?
That's awesome.
Yeah.
See, there's talent out
There's
there.
talent out there.
Yeah.
That's what we say to people. He can make a YouTube channel, do his own stuff, make his own cartoon, and
Yeah.
I've actually seen this before. I actually watched it as a kid.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
Rocco, for sure.
Yeah, that's what I grew up with.
Yeah,
and
that's,
And you were the
I love it.
voice of Spyro?
Yeah. Watch out for Nasty Nork.
Yeah.
God, you are phenomenal.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
You are too. You've got some talent, man.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Always room. Make your own stuff, though. That's
Yeah.
what I say.
Yep.
Yeah.
Do some recordings. Get out there.
Yeah.
Oh, nice to see you again.
Yep.
All right, see you later, Peter Griffin.
All right. That's the cool thing about.
Yeah.
Yeah, the field of voiceover is open to anyone. It's tough though. You know, it comes down to creating your own characters and being able to act, and also being able to be persistent and stay with it, because there's a lot of ups and downs. There's times where you're working a lot and times where you're not. My whisper booth at home, in my garage, is filled with about a 3-foot stack full of auditions that I've done, and maybe from that 3-foot stack, which is hundreds and hundreds, 4 or 5 jobs. I got good news last night that I got booked on Kid Danger and Captain Underpants. I booked a couple of roles on that, but that was from just a sheer amount of auditioning and auditioning and auditioning, and you just keep doing it. And you get better. You watch people that you work with, Grey Delisle or Tara Strong or Phil Lamar or Kevin Michael Richardson or Tom Kenny or Billy West or Jess Arnell and Charlie Adler. You know, I learned by watching all those guys work. Dee Bradley Baker, Frank Welker. There's so many talented people that if you're willing to just, Kari Wahlgren's another one, Darren Norris, the whole cast, Suzanne Blakesley of Fairly Odd Parents, and working with directors like Butch Hartman and Colette Sunderman and Andrea Romano, you just learn and learn and learn, you know.
Yeah, Frank Welker
It's
is
amazing.
I mean, you look up anything and he's there somewhere in the cast. It's
Yeah.
like anything.
Monkey, creature,
Yeah,
guy,
anything.
Yeah.
It's just amazing.
So.
Yeah.
You ever work with like Jim Cummings?
Yeah, I worked with Jim on Cat Dog actually for a long time. He was dog, cat, and Tom Kenny was dog. And
I was Winslow. Hey, cat dog. You prick.
Jim's a nice guy. I know him for a long time, and of course he's Winnie the Pooh and Tigger, and he did that bug Firefly in the movie Princess and the Frog. Super talented guy, super nice.
Oh yeah,
and
most
he's
of his
a pro.
voiceovers
He's a pro.
Yep. I mean, every one of the cartoons I grew up with, you know, he's done a voice with him,
Yeah.
and he's just an amazing guy. I'm glad I got to meet him a couple of years ago. So.
So cool.
Yeah, I mean, I was saying the same thing a little while ago. Is like how impressive it is that I grew up with cartoons with your voice in it, and getting to meet you finally.
It's kind of neat, and that's what the cons are about. Whether you're working or in part of the press or media or fans, is that you get. It's nice to have people appreciate your work, because you take it for granted, because you get a little beat down. You audition so much, and like, I haven't done anything in a long time. It's like, well, the things you have done have kind of affected a lot of people, so it's nice to hear that and nice to know that we do. Because I'm fans of somebody else, and it's nice that people can like what you do. So.
Yeah, sometimes I feel voice actors, they get kind of underrated sometimes.
They are.
and-
They are the jazz studio musicians of this industry, where the celebrities are the American Idol type people that everybody gets recognition. And there's a difference between voice acting and acting with your voice.
You know, Ray Romano, if he's going to play a woolly mammoth or he's going to play a goat or a pig or a car, it's always going to be Ray Romano.
He's acting with his voice, and it's good. Billy Crystal and Ellen DeGeneres seem to capture doing both.
You know, it wasn't Billy Crystal went from here to, hey, we got to get out of here, Sully.
I do all the Mike Wazowski sound-alike stuff, so I've been doing that for a while. But they were actually, he and John Goodman were actually able to be celebrities that could act with their voice, but put a little twist on it. Ellen DeGeneres and Dory and Albert Brooks. So celebrities typically will act with their voice, whereas voice actors can be, I can be Rocco, I can be Mr. Wood, I can be Mr. Crocker. The goal of a voice actor is to have somebody go, I had no idea that was you. That's our goal. And when if you see,
Ice Age, you go, I did have an idea that was you because you sound like Ray Romano.
Yeah. But they're doing a great job. It's just a different skill set.
Well, I guess, is there anything else you want to plug before we wrap this up?
I think we talked about Off the Curb, my improv cartoon with Fred Tatasciore, Gary Anthony Williams, Cedric Yarborough, myself, Eric Bauza. It's a really cool improvised cartoon. You can see it on YouTube or at carlosalazraqui.com. There's a great fun movie called Take the 10, as in the 10 Freeway, with Tony Revolori from Grand Budapest Hotel and Josh Peck from Drake and Josh. It's a kind of a fun caper movie where I play a Guatemalan gangster called Carlo with my partner Rico, played by Xavi Israel, and then Andy Samberger's in it. Fred Armisen has a cameo in it. It's a really, really fun movie. check out Elena Vavalor if you have kids and you're into Disney princesses. I play Skylar. Let's go, princessa. And hopefully I'll be pitching some new stuff out there. And new Rocco. We did a 44-minute film that's coming up hopefully within a year. And also rumors of a new Reno 911 movie. So who knows? I may get to reprise my role of Garcia again. So, yeah.
Well, again, thank you very much for giving us opportunity. We want to help you out. We want to plug your Off the Curb and get you some more publicity out there.
Thank you. And if you want to visit me on Facebook, there's the Carlos Alazraqui, or my personal page, Carlos Alazraqui, or on Twitter and Instagram, and it's at Carlos Alazraqui. Come say hello, and we'll say hello back.
All right. Sounds good.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you,
Again,
Josh.
thank you
so
very much, Carlos. I
Got it.
appreciate it.
You're welcome.
All right.
You're welcome.
Yep.